So, in today's episode, we're talking about the new OnePlus 7 Pro.
Really?
Yeah, it should be a killer phone.
Yeah, I think just like our show and our setting today, it might be a total mess.
Yeah, as usual.
With that in mind, let's get on to the obvious thing. Would you get the OnePlus 7 Pro, Paul?
That's a thing. I don't think so.
So that's it for today.
Okay,
That's fantastic work.
So now, let's start with the design first.
I think it's stunning.
Yeah, me too.
I
really like the colors.
They did it again, actually.
Yeah.
Like Britney Spears would say. The colors, the matte frosted back, the design overall, the old screen design.
It looks like a proper phone.
But is
I
it
think
a
for the
proper
first time
flagship,
it
though?
looks like a proper phone.
Maybe not the first time, come on. The 60 was also pretty nice in the
Nah.
McLaren edition.
No, I think this is the first one. The
It's an old
first
screen
proper
design,
one.
and like other Chinese phone makers, pretty much the only one who innovated in today's market, they chose that motorized pop-up camera
Yeah,
to achieve that old screen design.
I think that's really good. Because the screen itself, it's just gorgeous.
And
It's really nice to, not have anything on it.
obviously, not even a punch hole, which is not
Yeah.
that invasive.
Yeah.
But I hope it's reliable.
Yeah, that's the one question.
I
It
guess
will be
we'll
answered
see.
in
I guess
time.
we'll see, but OnePlus did say that it's good for like 300,000 users.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure they actually
the phone,
bumped the camera up 300,000 times, but
if a girl gets that phone, I think it will be broken in, I don't know, 2 months.
like 10,000 selfies a day to, like just wind the whole way up and down. But if you do happen to drop the phone, and you might because it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's a proper phablet. The camera does retract.
Which is a good thing.
It's a great thing and quite fast actually.
Yeah.
And if you push the camera down
It
with
should
your
be fast
finger,
enough, otherwise it's pointless.
yeah, obviously. If you push the camera down with your finger, like you weren't supposed to do,
Yeah.
it will say something like, "Don't fucking do that again," and then retract all the way. So,
Don't mess about
nice
with me.
attention to details, actually. And that all screen design is great because the screen underneath it is
Yeah,
great.
it is.
It's 19 hertz refresh rate this time, QHD. Yeah, the first time, the first Pro, the first QHD display.
Yeah. I think the display
latest
is
CPU.
just, it's really
And,
a proper display.
With the smooth oxygen OS.
Yeah.
It's clearly a flawless experience.
I think the Oxygen OS, it's probably the smoothest of the Android, of all them all.
I think, the
of them
users
all.
do say that it's smoother than the start of the
And it
Android.
stays like that for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
That's the key.
it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah. It doesn't get sloppy.
Yeah. There's not a lot of bloater in it. I mean,
No.
you do have.
It's really clean. That's the thing.
It's really clean. Like maybe the camera app, or there's really not any bloater in it. So
No.
it's nice to have.
But what about the cameras?
I think they're, that's
We're getting into
that's where
troubles here.
That's where I start to think they settled a bit. Like they say they don't.
Yeah.
Like never settle. Wait a minute here.
And they settled in a bit more, maybe.
I mean, they're good. The cameras are good. You have the 48 megapixel main shooter,
Yeah.
the ultra wide lens, the telephoto lens, 3x optical zoom.
yeah.
But on the front, there's no 3D camera, time of flight sensor, anything.
Yeah.
On the back, it's still not as good as, I think, not maybe the Mate 20 Pro, which from last year.
Probably, yeah. Probably their own part.
Certainly not the P30 Pro.
No.
On the night sight thing, it's still not as
It
good
doesn't work
as a
as
Pixel.
good as a Pixel or not even a P30.
Yeah, not even a P30.
So the cameras are, I think, a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, it's a bit of settling over
I mean, they're
there
good,
already.
but compared to the latest, greatest from Samsung and Huawei, they're not there.
It's not what it should be. And then again, no IP rating.
Nah, yeah.
They do say that it's good. It's fine to dip it in some water. I think they
Yeah.
just maybe took the phone and threw it in a bucket of water. Oh, it didn't break.
They said
it's fine, man.
it would be $30 more if they get the certification.
It's
the IP
already
certification. So-
710 euros. So yeah, it does make a difference, but it's a pretty big phone.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it wet.
No, definitely not.
No wireless charging. Maybe
care
not,
about that.
not such a big problem, but come on, it's a nice feature to have.
In 2019,
In 2019, you should have it, unless you're an Apple.
I have it
fanboy.
on my 2016, so
Yeah, yeah.
even though
you'd
I don't
expect
use it, but it's
So,
good to be there.
At 700 euros, it's a really good price. It's a
Yeah.
really good deal, especially in the US, where it's a bit more expensive. The S10 Plus is a bit more expensive than in
Yeah.
Europe, but it's still not a proper flagship.
No.
So, you see why I think about that poll? I think they're in no man's land.
Yeah.
It's an empty territory there, where it's too expensive to be
A mid-ranger.
mid-ranger, and is lacking some features to be an actual
Proper
flagship.
flagship, yeah.
So,
So it's in somewhere in between.
and if you compare it to the P30 Pro, which is doomed sadly because of the US, thank you again, Mr.
Yeah.
President, for that. I mean, it's about 50 euro difference, and it's a proper flagship, that one.
Yeah.
The cameras are amazing. The screen is not that good, but yeah, okay.
It's okay.
The design is still stunning. You have an IP68 rating. You have a wireless charging, reverse wireless
Reverse.
charging, bigger battery.
Yeah.
So, come on.
And the cameras, which are
I think it's
on
pretty
a
obvious.
different level.
I think it's pretty obvious which one you should
And
get.
even if you're in Europe, the difference between an S10 Plus and what was that?
Someone disagrees. That's obviously.
If you're living in Europe, the price difference aren't that big, you know. It's
Yeah.
I think
they're
they're
not
about
actually.
100 and something euros,
And
and the S10 it's just it's better in every way.
if I'm to go in a bit of a ramble, like I used to, please bear with me. Recently we covered the Pixel 3a
Yeah.
XL, which it's a mid-ranger. Come on, $400 and something.
Yeah.
And the camera on that one is fantastic.
is.
The night mode on that one
It's better than the
it's better.
one you'll
I
find
think
on
it's
a
pretty embarrassing.
7
It's
Pro.
pretty embarrassing for everyone, but 400 something
Yeah.
euros phone
That's the thing.
actually
You can't argue with that.
actually beating the crap out of you in a night mode.
Yeah.
I know it's from Google, but no. So
Yeah.
you would get the Galaxy S10 Plus.
Yeah, definitely.
I would get the P30 Pro. And
If you
while
have
we're
it.
talking about the OnePlus. So but as always, Paul, ultimately it's not
Yeah.
up to us.
It's up to
It's
you.
up to you. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.